Starting your freelancing journey can feel daunting, especially when you're not sure where to find your first clients. What if I told you that with a few simple strategies, you could secure your first clients without any prior experience? From uncovering opportunities on LinkedIn to navigating freelancing platforms, I'll share how I would find new clients if I started again from scratch. And you might be surprised about the one that I left until the end. Ready to land your first client? Let's get started. Number 1, search for jobs. Okay, you might be thinking, did she just tell me to look for a job? I want to be a freelancer. Hear me out. Finding companies that are advertising for jobs means that they need help with something and therefore could use your services. There are several ways you can approach this. The first one is to look at normal job sites and find jobs that have skills that are similar to your own and contact the business or even the recruiter to see if they would consider working with a freelancer or a contractor instead. The second one is remote job sites. Remote job sites have become more and more popular in recent years, especially since the pandemic, and you can often find freelance or contract jobs on there. In fact, a lot of the jobs on there tend to be freelance or contract rather than permanent jobs. LinkedIn job search. Search on LinkedIn for remote roles or normal roles that fit your skills. You can often find there are a lot of companies on there looking for freelancers. If you find regular jobs, again, talk to the company or the recruiter and see if they would consider working with a freelancer or a contractor. With all of these sites, it's best to use the filters, search by industry and the skills that you have, find jobs that suit you, and remember, you can always contact the company or recruiters if they're not advertising a freelance role to see if they just need some support or if the role they have could be suited to a freelancer. The next one is going through your LinkedIn contacts. Who do you know? This is about using your current network to find work. And even if you think you don't have a network, I guarantee you do. Go through your existing contacts on LinkedIn to not only find potential clients, but also people that could refer you to others. Then you can reach out to them with personalized messages. Tell them about your work. Ask them if there's anyone that they know that would be interested, and you can also ask them for introductions to people in their network. The best way to do this is find somebody specific or a company that you want to speak to and ask if they can introduce you to that person or somebody in that company that they might know. The next one is to post in forums or groups. Are you part of any forums or any industry related groups? I bet there's something that you can think of. If not, do a search. Find forums or groups that are related to the skills you have or the industry you work in. The key here is to participate in discussions, and when there's something relevant or when the opportunity comes up, you can tell people about your services and ask them to contact you. You can also post about your services or projects that you've worked on, success stories, and ask people to contact you if they're interested in work. The next one is looking at agencies. A lot of industries use freelancers and contractors, probably more than you think. It's very common practice for companies to use freelancers or contractors to fulfill work when they're expanding or when they've just taken on a lot of work and they don't have the in-house staff to be able to cover it. The other way that agencies or businesses use freelancers or contractors is when they need some specialist skills. It's very typical, for example, in the creative agency where they may have some staff in-house, but when they need some specialist work doing, they might use a freelancer or a contractor to get that work done. Even if it seems like they're your competition, agencies often have some work and they're looking for good, reliable freelancers to work with. So research agencies that are in your industry and then contact them to ask about whether they work with freelancers and tell them about the sort of skills and the services that you can offer. You can also approach them with a tailored portfolio and tell them how your services can complement what they're offering already. Okay, this one I really like because it's how I actually got one of my first clients. This is to approach your ex-employers or ex-clients if you have been freelancing already. Contacting ex-employers might seem like a strange thing to do, but if they already know you and your work, they know what you can do, you can ask them to refer you to somebody else or just talk to them and find out if they know know any other businesses. You don't even necessarily have to work for them. A lot of business owners know other business owners, and once they know what you're offering, they can tell you if there are opportunities in other businesses, or when they talk to other business owners that they know, they may tell them about you and your services. So you can also offer a referral discount or some kind of incentive if they refer you to other people. But a lot of the time I find out that that's not even necessary. If you get on well and they know that you do good work, then they'll refer you to other business owners because they want to help you, they want to help their colleagues as well. Okay, you might think it's strange that I put this one last because it's the most obvious route to go down, but there is a reason why, and I'll explain at the end. The last one is freelancing sites. You can sign up for popular freelancing sites like Upwork, Fiverr, or Freelancer.com. Make sure you complete your profile, and make sure you have a portfolio on there, and make sure all of your skills are on there as well. If you don't have a portfolio to start with, that's okay. You can just try to give some examples of your work or talk about the kind of things that you've done in the past if you were employed. On these sites, it's best to start off by bidding on smaller projects, start to get some reviews, and once you've built up a little bit of history on these sites, you'll be able to go for the bigger projects. So the reason I put it last is that these sites often have a lot of competition. I've actually done it from both sides. I've been a freelancer and I've been a client, so I've seen it from both sides. When you're a client, you get absolutely bombarded with offers. A lot of the offers can be low cost, and unfortunately some of them are low quality as well. You do often get a lot of offers where people haven't really read the description of the job and they give you quite a general response as well. The fact that you're competing with people that can offer similar services at a very low cost makes it difficult, and a lot of the time clients will choose the cheaper offers, so that does make it hard. It's not impossible, I've done it, but it does make it more difficult. So you can definitely try the freelancing sites. There are some interesting jobs on there, but I would say don't rely on it as your only route for finding new clients. It's really good to look at other proactive and alternative ways that other freelancers are not using. Okay, that concludes my top strategies for landing your first freelance clients. Remember, every freelancer started somewhere, and with these tips, you'll be well on your way to building your thriving freelancing career. Please can you do one thing for me? If you found this useful, click the like button, and if you want more tips about building your freelancing career and your business, please click subscribe. Do you have any questions, or do you want to share your freelancing success story? Leave a comment below, I'd love to hear from you. Thanks for watching, and here's to your freelancing success.